because the matriarchy does not work for black men. I'm going to say this to you, black men. The Democratic Party equates to the matriarchy. It does not work for us, and we've seen it. We must reject it, stand for biblical values, and restore God's order. Welcome back to the Biblical Conservative channel. We'll come against the anti-God, anti-human, anti-American, anti-biblical spirit that's looking to prevail in this land. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So recently, Stacey Abrams and Raphael Warnock and others are complaining about the lack of support they are receiving from black men.
Black men get blamed, and black people in general get blamed for failings on the part of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
When policies get passed, when statutes, when candidates get elected, it's like, oh, the black people didn't turn out, the black people didn't turn out. And now it seems to be focused on black men. African American men are super voters for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of people going to Brian Kemp and going to DeSantis, but the issue has been...
There are a few.
There are a small number,
Yeah.
but let's be realistic. The vast majority of black men are still voting for Democratic candidates. But the question, and the thing I hear from people all the time is important, is what has the Democratic Party done for black men?
That's a fair
question. That is a fair question. And I think if Democrats spent more time talking about this is what we've done for brothers, this is what we've done for the working class guy and the guy in the C-suite, you wouldn't have these problems. And it feels like it's setting up a blame game so that if Stacey Abrams isn't elected and if Raphael Warnock ends up being defeated, black men will be blamed when in fact most of the time they're supporting the Democratic Party, even if the Democratic Party doesn't always support them.
There have been articles written talking about how Stacey Abrams has a black man problem. In reality, it's the Democratic Party that has a black male problem. And on a lesser note, the Republican Party. The Democratic Party has a problem with black men because they have wanted the votes of black men, but not their voice. They haven't passed any policies that have benefited black men. But yet black men have been voting for them at a record clip for generations. And at the same time, those same Democrats have pushed liberal ideology that has bashed the black man, that has told the black man that he is the reason for everything that's gone wrong in the black community. He is the reason for everything that is wrong with black people. Constantly demonizing the black man, constantly calling him a misogynist, constantly doing this, constantly doing that. And it was the war on poverty, the Great Society programs that injected government into the black family that ultimately destroyed it and is causing children to run amok in the streets and cause chaos. It kicked the black man out the family, and Uncle Sam came in, and therefore the black man has been out in the cold ever since. And what do Democrats do? Instead of addressing that, instead of understanding that black men are entrepreneurial, that black men are creative, that black men are leaders in their hearts, no, they shun the black man out and they blame them for everything that goes wrong. They're gonna blame black men if Stacey Abrams and Raphael Warnock lose. But they don't understand who black men are. Black men are strong, black men are leaders. Just because the culture wants to make us victims, we are not victims. We are empowered for greatness. And so black men are bucking that. They're kicking back against that. So they want people that reflect them. And so they look to the Democratic Party and they want black men to be victims. And they look to the Republican Party, and the Republican Party have a no vacancy sign on the door, but the rooms are empty. They don't want black men or strong black men in their party. They want eunuchs. They want black men that are safe, that are non-threatening. So what is a black man to do? Well, brothers, I'm here to tell you. As believers, if you're a believer, and if you're not a believer, you should become one. But if you're a believer, we will stand for the party of Jesus Christ. That's who we will give our allegiance to. And so as we do that, he opens up doors for us to be more creative. He opens up opportunities for us to excel financially. And when we do that, we will have the dunamis, we will have the exousia, we will have the authority to stand and say, no, you know what? I have my own autonomy. I don't need your party. You need to work for me. And that's what we need to do. Because the matriarchy does not work for black men. I'm going to say this to you. Black men, the Democratic Party equates to the matriarchy. It does not work for us. And we've seen it. We must reject it, stand for biblical values, and restore God's order. Because we are not victims. We are empowered for greatness. Thank you so much for liking your comments and subscribing to the channel. Please share this with your friends. Smash that like button. Smash the subscription bell. Share this with everybody you know. We're trying to make sure people understand that they're not victims, that they are empowered for greatness. And all this stuff that's out here that's telling them otherwise is false and will not benefit them in the end. So please, I appreciate that. Share that.